Hi, and welcome to the March 2023 monthly energy forecast. I'll put a little music in the background. How are you doing this evening? It is the 15th of the month. That means it is time for the March energy forecast. I hope you are doing well tonight, and I hope that you're ready for an interesting update for March 15th to April 15th, 2023. And if you're new here, hi, I am intuitive transformational guide and channel Marisa Liza Pell. And every month, from the 15th of the month to the 15th of the next month, we go over the transformational energy, the aspects. It's like you get a weather forecast every week or every day. This is the energy forecast because it's just as important to consider timing when you're making your key decisions in life, from your career to your relationships to your financial decisions to your relocation, as it is to tune into your intuition and also remain in tune with your alignment, and also the key times to manifest. Timing is just so important. So like I said, if we're hitting some major astrological aspects and you're pushing forward in your career or trying to go for a promotion and you're hitting some blocks in the universal energy, then you need to know those things so that you can kind of plan ahead, right? So that's very interesting. So just so you know, if you are not on my email list, please go into the description of this video. You can sign up and you'll be getting these in your inbox so you don't miss the broadcast on YouTube or on Facebook Live. You'll be getting them in your inbox every month on the 15th of the month. So if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're getting these monthly energy forecasts. And if you are watching on Facebook, make sure that you like the page. But most importantly, make sure that you go into the description of this video and sign up for the monthly video forecasts. Really important. Also, you can actually kill two birds with one stone here. If you want to know what your intuitive superpower is, I developed a quiz about 6 months ago, which tells you one of 4 types. And in order to start building your intuition, you kind of need to know what your main strength is at the moment. And that does change over time, and your abilities do refine over time. But right now, you're going to be one of 4 main intuitive gifts. And that's the first step to knowing how to leverage that tool in your business, in your career, in your love life, is to know what your strength is. Okay. And then we could sharpen the pencil and refine it. So take the quiz, it's free. And if you take the quiz, you're automatically going to be on my email list to get the monthly energy forecast. So you could get 2 for 1, right? Really, really cool. So also, just one announcement that we have: if you're ready to take the next step with refining your business, your career, your dream goals, your dream visions for 2023, and you really want, and you feel like you're in transition, you want some transformation, and you want to take some time away from the hustle and bustle to get clear on that vision, release the energy of the past, and really define what you are meant to do in this life, what your true purpose is, or to get more aligned within your career or true purpose, it's important that you kind of take some time to yourself for your own self-care, right? So if you'd like to join me, I have a retreat coming up in Lake Placid, New York, coming up soon, May 11th through the 14th, 2023. And you can apply via the link in the video description. This is an old banner. We only have a few spaces left. So we did have 6 at that point. I did not edit the banner. I'm only taking a very small, limited group of people. And we are going to be doing a lot of release work. We're going to be getting clear on your vision and help you, if you don't know what your vision is, to determine your dream map. So when you leave there, you're not only getting access to the lovely Adirondack Mountains to ground your nervous system and to finally take in the nature and to step aside and to get quiet and to get clear, but we're going to be doing some intuitive circles. We're going to be doing some sound healing, some restorative yoga, and also connecting on a huge level to release the old and to bring in the new. So if you'd like to join me and some other wonderful, wonderful, intuitively gifted people, please apply for the retreat, and I will get back to you to see if it's something that might be working for you during our May 11th through 14th, 2023 timeframe. I'd love to see you there. And you need a break, don't you? Instead of taking, your usual vacation once a year, take a long weekend and actually do something that will actually up-level your life and do something for you, right? Because all of us that are here, I know that you're always taking care of other people. You need to do something for yourself. And I know you feel guilty, but it's going to be worth it. This is a luxury retreat. You're going to have your own king-size suite overlooking the lake in Lake Placid. Every room has a lake view, and you're just going to pamper yourself. And they have a spa there too. And you can even go out paddleboarding or go out and get on a kayak. And the mountain ranges are just so beautiful there. I've been there several times, and it's an amazing time. So join me and we will help. It's called Transcend because it will help you to transcend to that next level. So high achiever, creative visionary, spiritual seeker, it's time to meet your new destination, your new destiny. So join me. All right. So let's get to our March forecast, shall we? Okay. I like to actually name the theme of the month. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Whew. All right. So my March theme. You're going to be like, Marissa, what are you talking about? I always have these weird names, but it's whatever channels. It's whatever comes to me. And the March theme, I heard 13 Dead End Drive, right? Which is a board game that I play with my, with children, with my kid. So it's like, I don't know why I heard that, but I think it's like a symbol for a board game about how things are reaching dead ends right now, right? So we talked a lot about personal transformation in the last 2 months. And if you want to have everything kind of make sense, listen to the last month as it flows into this month. March 1st was a very, very interesting energy because it felt like the heavens opened up and a lot of spirits left that day. A lot of our loved ones, I know a lot of people that lost people on that day. So I just want to say that we are ascending, and the people that were meant to kind of ascend on their own, that portal of energy really opened at the beginning of March. And a lot of people did decide to ascend in their journey and their transition on that day. And the earth plane, I believe, is also raising in vibration to where these dimensions are kind of intertwining, and we're meant to connect more on a higher level. Not so much just like have a reading or connect with a loved one on the other side, but really to be able to communicate in all dimensions. So we're raising up on the earth plane, and there has been a death process, not just for people that have transitioned to the other side, which is interesting because it's really a circle. It's not really like heaven or here. It's like when I was connecting to people that have crossed over, they're sending me babies, being like, yeah, we're sending this baby down. This baby's coming in. And then the parents, like 2 years later, be like, you told me that this was what this baby would look like. They showed me the baby. So obviously the babies are over there and then they come here. So so we think dead, but it's really a circle. So whoever transition, they're going through their ascension. But if you think about the end of February, the beginning of March for you, there was a death process for you too. And you transitioned into a new energy, and that might have felt like relieving and lifting at the time, but now it does feel a little turbulent. I'm sure that there's a lot of old emotion, old energy, and some, not so much where you're hitting that, like I have to go, I have to produce, but you're feeling that those really deeper sadness, that grief, or even irritation or anger might be coming up for you right now. So we're going to talk about the 13 Dead End Drive March theme, which is very interesting. So the theme of the month, and as you all know, if you're new here, I channel this all out handwritten. Everybody says, oh, there's your legal pad, Marissa. I sit at the library or wherever I am, and I really actually get these messages as I'm writing them. So the theme of the month is all about dead ends, but mostly Now we talked about dead ends before in the last couple of months of relationships, your personal transformation, trauma, all that stuff. This is not the same thing. These dead ends are mostly in the financial, the tech, and service-based sectors. Okay, so it's almost like taking in inventory and simplifying, reorganizing, and relooking at all the mostly financial service-based and bill payments, memberships, subscriptions, all the bells and whistles, right? We always want the bells and whistles. And you might be sitting here thinking, well, Marissa, I have the money to pay for these subscriptions or these memberships or these spa things or whatever it is, where it's like, oh, I can have all the bells and whistles, but are you using all the bells and whistles, right? So this is all about making room for the things we're not using, but paying a lot of money for or paying extra money for. So we're looking at dead ends and actually finding like some of those things that we may be subscribing to, or some of those things that we may be, these are things that you really have to look for, like in your big pile of papers that you're not looking at, or your mail, or really looking deep into your, credit card statements or whatever. These aren't the things that, you use every day, or the things that are really important to you. These are just like, you're looking at your home insurance that you didn't look at for like 4 years. And it's like, oh, it went up $600, but you weren't paying attention. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe you got insured for so much more than you've ever thought. And it's like, do I really need the bells and whistles? I'm a bells and whistles person. If it's nicer, I like it, right? But do I use all the bells and whistles? So it's all about keeping the bells and whistles you want, but also simplifying where you can simplify. So even though you may think you're organized, okay, when you start going through things in this cycle, you'll realize how much excess there is somewhere when you kind of look on a deeper level with all this stuff and with a need to simplify, because we're moving energy, right? We moved energy the last 2 months with your transitions and transformations excuse me, in the body, right? But now it's important to start moving energy where energy is stuck in the sector of like, where am I using up energy that I don't need, so I can get rid of that energy and bring new financial abundance in where I need to put it. So that's the 15th. The energy is today. 16th and 17th. More and more endings of expensive services, overpayment, and simplifying of systems. So do you have something that you can accomplish, a task or something for less? Like instead of saying, I need these 3 things to accomplish my goal, right? So let's say you go to a really expensive gym and it includes all of these classes for like the tier 3 plan, but you're only going to the gym once a month. You're going on the treadmill and you're not going to the classes, but you like the fact that you have this membership, right? And then in addition to that, you're like, well, I need clothes to go to these classes. So you have, I don't know, a subscription to this clothing line where you get like, I'm just playing devil's advocate or whatever I'm playing, trying to give you the sense of symbolism here. And let's say you get, clothes delivered to you once a month, yoga pants. And then in addition to that, maybe you have a membership to a yoga studio for hot yoga that you plan to go to every day before work, but you don't do that either. But yet your gym has a free yoga class on tier 1. So you're paying, instead of $99 a month for everything, you might be paying $29, but yet you can go to their regular yoga class at $530 and you can wear your yoga pants you already have. Instead of paying $99, the yoga pants subscription plus the 1-to-1 yoga mentor. Do you see what I'm saying? You're still getting the benefits, but you can move that energy and put it somewhere else where it could actually multiply. So that's what I'm saying. So instead of 3 systems in one, you have one system that can do it simply with all the bells and whistles. Now, if you're not the yoga symbolism, think about if you're in business or your career, or you own a business, simplifying your tech, simplifying your systems, simplifying your processes. Even if you're in, you're working, what can you simplify? So why are we doing this? Because if we're at 13th dead end drive and all of these things are going on dead ends, they're taking up clutter in our financial sector, in the area of abundance. Not so much that you can't afford to do these things, But it's like, how am I making room? It's just cluttering up the attic, making room for the true abundance, for the bountiful things, for the alignment of things that we need to add into our life. So that's really important. So the 18th, bountiful day. It's a day where you can indulge the senses to excess, right? Because we moved all the dead ends out, right? So you can indulge to excess. And usually I don't recommend this in a good things. So food, celebrations, anything new, like a spa, whatever. Feeling like you're overindulging, but it's okay. Some days you feel like you're overindulging, but like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. This is overindulging. It's okay. It's a day of expansion. So if you moved and ended some of that excess dead end drive energy that isn't just physical clutter, it's wallet clutter or digital clutter as well. It's in excess. You need to move it. Things that may be cool and have all the bells and whistles, but aren't really needed. You're actually making room for more expansion, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, just put something in the comment. I'm sure it will. For what your soul deeply desires. That's what we're making room for. Okay, so the 19th, great day for a gathering of family or close friends and making something creatively with your hands. Okay, doing something with your hands. Hobby that you haven't explored yet, knitting, sewing, not so much painting, but really with your hands, making pasta, mosaics, putting something of detail together. It's a really good day for that, to get yourself moving. Now, usually we look at our bills at the end of the month, beginning of the new month. I want you to look at your bills on the 20th. Okay, bill paying day, making sure all your ducks are in a row. If you usually settle everything at the end of the month or in the beginning of the next, use this day to gather the finances needed and take inventory of what you have and what you have available. Now, the 21st is your day of investments. Okay, your day of stocks, multiplying, expansion, diversifying the money you have. So we did the dead end drive, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, right? We're doing the dead end drive. Okay, make sure you do what I tell you to do, because then you're expanding and then you're leaving energy open to multiply what you have and diversify what you have. So the 21st is a day. How can you take what you have and find ways to make more of it, or put it into a high interest yield, or whatever you can, diversify, bearing cap, but something you're actually moving energy of all the bells and whistles you're not using and bringing in energy to multiply and diversify what you have, right? 21st is a great day for that. Remember, this is all energetic. Okay, so just be aware. 22nd, 23rd, I have the luck of the draw day, and everybody's like, oh, Marisa, am I going to win the lottery? You might. So if you want to spend $1 and get a scratch off, fine. Don't say, oh, Marisa, you predicted the lottery win today and I didn't win it. There's a lot of people that watch this, right? So I'm not predicting you're winning the lottery, but you might. This is a good day for it, right? So I wouldn't say Marisa said it and go put $1 million on, a betting something. Just $1. I don't know. I'm not telling you to do anything. But this is the luck of the draw day. You will now start to see mini sprigs of return money, little sprigs of money coming up, from playing to the dead end drive game, like I said, and letting go of the bells and whistles that no longer serve you yet are expensive. And now these are simplifying yet effective returns that are sprouting with your investments. Okay. Now remember to hold gratitude for even the smallest of returns and document how much you've saved from the dead end drive game and now are springing. So even if it starts slow, the water starts running slow, you see a sprig, be like, oh, I got an extra $5 today. Don't be like, oh, it's only $5. Gratitude, keep building and building. It's going to keep moving. 24th, you realize some important discussions need to be made, okay, on this day, the 24th, in the areas of home, finance, and especially internal boundaries and limitations. So in the last 2 months, we focused on what our boundaries need to be to the outside, what we don't want in our lives, how we need to put our boundaries up to take care of ourselves. These are internal boundaries and limitations that I'm talking about. Kind of what do you have the capacity for? What do you not have the capacity for? If you're sitting down and people are pushing on you for their own emergencies or chaos, Are you abandoning yourself to drain yourself further to help people? Or are you sticking to your internal boundaries and saying to yourself, I don't have the capacity right now to deal with dramas and chaos and emergencies, okay, that people have, unless it's like a family thing, like that you really need to be there. It's now time to refine your boundaries, your structures, your limitations needed for your upcoming area of expansion. You're going to expand. You need to open the field. You need to open the energy, open your capacity to let things in, to let it all in. Let the love in. Okay. Let the energy in. But if you're constantly fielding energy that's coming at you from all different directions, you're drained and you don't even have the energy to go and like just help people pick them up, do whatever you need to do. People need to learn their own lessons at this point and be supported on that journey, but you need to expand. So we have to work on your internal boundaries and limitations because you're preparing for your expansion, which is going to up level you to a new level of fulfillment. And I'm not just talking about money. Okay. Finance buys freedom. Yes. Having money buys freedom. Does not buy happiness. And we're expanding. So you have the financial abundance for the expansion, to buy freedom, to buy the freedom to then explore what makes you happy, right? This is so important. Can we say, I don't know why I said this, but can we say lake house again? So maybe it's time to go rent that lake house for the summer, get that boat, get something on the water, maybe go tubing like you're 15 again. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it's watching a movie with the lake on. I don't know. Maybe getting some popcorn. Maybe going getting some fizzy wigs. I don't even know what that is, but I like carbonated beverages. Maybe it's a fizzy. Sometimes I just like to talk nonsense because everything is so serious these days in this world. Yeah. And as a spiritual person, it's like, I think everybody's like, oh, Marisa's so spiritual. She sits there and she's spiritual. Like, no. Right before this, get on here, I wasn't so spiritual. Again, when I'm done, I'm going to be like, just like you and me, just like you and you and me. I'm like talking like there's somebody else here. Sometimes I just need to talk about wacky and random things because that's just as important, is to not take yourself too seriously. All right. How are you laughing today? Put that smile back on your face. Okay. 25th. From redefining these limitations, you now experience the first dose of freedom. Whether you're 5 or 55, doesn't matter. 555. Put your seatbelt on. It's time to expand. You start to realize what freedom really is. Okay. So once you start to redefine limitations, you're going to start to experience your first dose of freedom, the 25th. Whether you're 5 or 55 for the first time, and you're like, wow, this is it. Doesn't matter. 26th, luck on a game of chance or winning money. Doesn't have to be a prize, but it could be your chance of being lucky. So I said that on the 24th, but I think that's weird because I actually have that written down for the 26th. So maybe some of you might have the game of chance luck on the 24th because I didn't have it written in on the 24th, but I told you about it on the 24th. So I'm going to say it 24th and 26th. So you might have to spend $2. Okay. But I'm not talking about just lottery or gambling. I'm talking about you might just get lucky in life. Okay. On the 26th. 27th, the day where you need to consider what you need to do to ground yourself moving forward. If you're going to expand, you can't be in the mental sphere all the time. Be overthinking, be thinking, be mentally processing to move yourself forward. You have to consider what you need to do to ground yourself in terms of movement within the body. So what will that be for you? Right? What will that movement be? Will it be dance, swimming, yoga, aerobics, aerial scarves? That's what I want to try, some aerial things. Since there's been so much mental energy, it's now time to consider coming back home into the body and grounding there, because that's where you're really going to be grounded for your expansion. 28th, 29th, tons of momentum forward now on your personal projects, career support, and endeavors. Tons of momentum. Great 2 days. 30th, big surprise in terms of inflation of income. I see a hot air balloon. So if that's a sign for you. 31st, Great day to plan upcoming excursions, trips, Cancun, I'm hearing, cruises, or trips that require long-term travel or plane rides. Plane rides. Like it's like you're going on a little train ride, kids. But it's like, no, it's like a long plane ride to Hawaii or something. Okay. We're going to transition to April. Hope you guys like that. Let's go the next month. April, an apple a day keeps the doctors at bay. I know that's not the saying, but that's what I'm saying. Okay. Health and wellness check-ins. Make these first week of April to go back over things for your health. Number one, April 1st, great day to choose to actually check for vitamin and nutritional deficiencies or needs. How are you getting your vitamins? So you might be taking vitamins, but are you able to fully absorb your vitamins is the other question. If you're constantly in fight or flight and your nervous system's not grounded, you might be taking vitamins, but your body's not absorbing them. You're not digesting properly, right? So you got to look at your digestion. Number two, check on your health benefits with your insurance carrier today to confirm that what's covered and what's not in terms of getting all your wellness stuff taken care of. Same goes for any type of insurance, even homeowners, that you're going to find that you're paying a lot more than you need to. 3, 4, and 5, April, wellness and dental visits need to get everything underway before any confusion sets in during the retrograde that begins April 21st through May 14th. Okay, you have a 2-week shadow before that. You don't want things getting confusing in the health or wellness sector because it's going to affect that during this retrograde. 6th and 7th, what are you missing in terms of your well-being and what is not visible? Okay, there may be things still happening in your body, chronic or otherwise, physically, that you're missing, invisible. People can't figure it out. Why are you so tired? What's going on? Why do you have this fatigue? Nobody can figure out why this is happening, and there's still no answers. But the answers lie in the invisible. The answers lie in the subconscious. All the tension, fact or fiction lives there. And it's time, in time, it will be visible. But first step is showing that things are invisible. So knowing that is the first step to making it be visible and shifting that. Movement can help. So remember I told you about the aerial scarves. Pick something you'd like to do. I don't care if you join the roller derby. Go. I don't care. You know, you're telling me, oh, it's too late, blah, blah. Go join the roller derby. Get your aggressions out. Go punk your hair up. Dye it pink. Put on those rollerblades and get a number. Put a number on the back and just get out all that aggression that you built up over the past 30 years. You know, if you're hitting menopause, great time to join the roller derby. I'm telling you. Everybody's aggressive there and you'll have a lot of fun. Anyway, movement can help. It's getting late, you know, and I'm getting a little, I don't know. I don't know what I think. 8th and 9th, your first window into a state of the connection with yourself is finally coming, right? All we're looking for, you're saying, I want love, I want romance, I want money, I want this new job. No, what you're really looking for is connection. You're looking for to feel connected again like you did as a kid, to feel something, to feel anything, to feel connected to a person, place, thing, the world, ourselves, right? But when you're disconnected from yourself, it's very hard to connect to anything else or love. It's hard, right? So if you listen to all these forecasts, finally the 8th and 9th, there's like a first window into that state of true connection with yourself and others. And there's a visual that I was seeing when I was channeling this of like this little kid, but that's you, whether you're a boy or girl. I don't care if you're 35 or 65 or 85. You're still that little boy or girl. And that window that you've been trying to look outside has been foggy up until this time. And you finally got some cleaner and decided to look out this window. But you didn't look out that window for a really long time because the people inside the house told you it's bad out there. There's bad things that happen out in that world. It's a bad world. And you finally had the courage to say, you know what? I'm going to take a little towel and some Windex and look out there, peep out there. And then you see this beautiful field of flowers and lush grass and trees and birds. And you're like, oh my goodness, but you're still in the house. But you're like finally taking the courage to look out there and realize what's out there. And you want to actually go out into the world now. You want to experience that connection. but at least you started to clean off the windows. So this is your first step into seeing that connection. And this is a big step. Okay. And I know I speak a lot in symbolism, but I know you understand. But you know that you're safe. You know that you're safe inside, and at least the view is available now. You're still not outside, but you know that you plan to explore. So this is your true sense of connection on that 8th or 9th. It's such a huge opportunity. The 10th, now we're switching again. Lots of documents, pushing paper, lots of things to fill out, double check it all. Okay, these are setting things in motion, setting things in place for your expansion. The 11th, you finally feel like you're standing firm on both feet for the first time in your life. You don't feel divided in contradiction of your mind and your heart, not knowing what to do, feeling in limbo, going back and forth on what your mind and heart tell you. There's a situation in your life, or maybe as a whole, or maybe a sector or two of your life. You're finally feeling like you're not divided, which is such a blessing. Yet the roots right now aren't really, aren't as strong yet, but at least you're not shaking with the wind as much. But once you know that you can do it, even if you're wobbly right now, you know you can do it, and you don't need anyone else to carry you. You can do it. You can do it on your own. 12th and 13th, I just hear bells will be ringing. I hear that song, bells will be ringing. I'm not a singer. Some people think I'm a median. If you get that joke, you can put a comment below. Yes, I am no singer and I'm no median. Do you know what a median is? Or a medium? Okay. Some sort of introduction, initiation, or welcoming party. Okay, so bringing you into the fold. You made it to another level. Congratulating you, ringing a bell with your peers. So people that are looking for you to come into the fold, to come into this initiation, come into this next level of your life, they're waiting for you and they're ready to congratulate you. The 14th, finally feeling a sense of your inner power and standing firm. You could finally feel your center now and strong footing underneath. You feel great. You feel strong. And the 15th, this is your much deserved day of rest. The only day of April that I say that you're going to have that clear day of rest. So take it, and I'll put it in as the sunshine day or the sunshine state. Could it be an orange? I don't know, but I have some balloons here. I wrote them in. Yay. Big deal. Okay. And what do we do when this is all set and done? Because I take so much time to do it. We throw it on the floor. And we're done. Okay. So please make sure that you comment below. Let me know how you're feeling about this month and next. And remember, we have the lounge Friday nights. Please join us 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when we interview authors, celebs, people in the transformational space, people that do healing work, shamans, energy healers, you name it, essential oils. Join us Friday 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, if you would like to be one of the last spaces, there are no longer 6, one of the last spaces left to join us on the retreat. I'd love to have you. If you're ready to let it all go, if you're ready to transcend with me and our group of people, you're ready to do a release ceremony, you're ready to release 2022, go into 2023, take some space for yourself, redefine your dream goals, your dream vision. If you have a business, realigning it, focusing it in. If you don't and you'd like to build up an empire of your own, you're going to be coming on this retreat and taking those next steps. If you're not sure what those need to be, or you have 100 ideas, you're not sure which one to pick, we're going to get really clear for that for you. You're going to walk away feeling like you know exactly what you're meant to manifest and the steps you need to take it. So, and we're going to release with this really cool sound healing workshop too. Very excited about that. So rest, rejuvenate, recharge. It's time to do something for you. Make sure that you go into the link in this video, and there will be a link to apply to the retreat, and I will get back to you within 24 hours and get on the phone, and we will see if it's a fit for you. All right. Well, thank you so much, and I hope that you enjoyed March to April monthly energy forecast, and we will see you soon. Have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye.